budget आया था, right? So the budget got announced, and the big tax budget changes that got announced was that up to 12 lakhs there'll be no income tax. See, for the Indian markets specifically, see, the GDP is growing at 6.5-7%. We are still one of the fastest growing economies in the world. A lot of investors and a lot of people I interact with also, when the markets kind of started going down, they stopped their SIPs, and SIP stoppage ratios, अगर आपको थोड़ा guaranteed portfolio में interest है और काफी लोगों को रहता है, तो काफी सारे guaranteed options हैं, FDs हैं, guaranteed income plans हैं, जो आपको long term rate guarantee देते हैं. Mid and small cap valuations are slightly on the higher side. तो large caps are a safer bet.
In today's episode, we are diving into a question that's on every investor's radar. What's cooking for FY26 on the investment front? From market trends and sector strategies to expert forecast and macro cues, we'll unpack what FY26 mean for your portfolio. So whether you are tracking the markets like it's the IPL or simply wondering where to park your next bonus, this one is for you. And to help us break it all down, we have with us someone who truly has a finger on the market's pulse, Sameep Singh, a seasoned investment expert. Welcome to the show, Sameep.
Thank you, Vatsala.
So let's kick things off, Sameep. What are some of the big macro trends that investors should have on their radar this financial year? Like, what's the weather forecast for the market?
See, for the Indian markets specifically, see, the GDP is growing at 6.5-7%. We are still one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So the Indian equity markets, even though they've been volatile of late, where we went from 85,000 Sensex in September to almost 72-73,000. But see, the recovery, even though slightly volatile, has started. So we went from in the last 2 months, and people might not have noticed, from 73 the Sensex went to 80,000 in 2 months. So that's almost a 5,500 jump, that almost a 6-7% absolute return that the market has given in the last 2 odd months. So recovery has started. There is no reason for not investing in India. See, with all the changes that is happening in the world economy, the US tariffs and all, see, the major impact of that would be on the other market like China, right? So emerging markets like India को उसका फायदा ही होगा, right? So eventually the FII inflow, the foreign institutional investors that were slightly moving away from the country, will eventually come back, right? Some of them have started coming back. That is why the Sensex has gone up to 80,000. So tariffs by the US, the impact on India would be minimal. Plus, the Indian government is also negotiating a trade deal, and the response from the other side has also been very, very positive. So, हमारी market को फायदा ही होना चाहिए, positive ही trend रहेगा, और invest करते रहिए. So, अगर आपने नहीं invest करा, तो आपने एक 5-6% का upside miss कर दिया.
That's some great insights, Sameep. So with these insights in mind, which sectors are looking like the main characters for FY26? Is it tech, infra, or something absolutely wildcard?
So I will just go back a couple of months, and budget आया था, right? So the budget got announced, and the big tax budget changes that got announced was that up to 12 lakhs there'll be no income tax, right, in the new tax regime, and obviously the slabs were increased. So obviously the other income brackets will also save some money. So the idea of the government is, see, basically you can boost GDP growth in 2 ways. One is consumption, where you can reduce taxes, give more money in the common man's purse, and he will invest. And he will invest or he'll consume. He'll do either of the two. So consumption se GDP badegi. That is what the government is trying. And the other thing that the government can do, and has been doing for the last few years, in fact, since the time the Modi government has come in power, is infrastructure spending. So you spend on infrastructure growth, and I think in this budget also we are broadly spending around 11 lakh crores. It hasn't grown, but a stable 11 lakh crore infra spending year on year. You can see highways, roads being built everywhere. So that also has a multiplier effect. So in दो तरीकों से GDP की growth plan करी जा रही है. So obviously then infra as a sector, power, steel, manufacturing, these sectors, plus consumption linked sectors, right? They will definitely do well, because see, India is a very, very large economy. So obviously people can consume, and there is a lot of scope of development also, because roads, railways, ये सब में scope है, and government spend भी कर रही है. तो infra consumption अगर आपका 10-year horizon है, तो ये definitely will give you returns. Plus see, IT of late has kind of tapered down, but India, in the IT space, maybe not the large caps, but a lot of mid-sized IT companies that are, doing a lot of things on AI and stuff like that. तो उसमें आप एक bet ले सकते हैं. And thirdly, see, renewable energy, a lot of electric car companies IPOs have come. I know some of them have not done so well of late, but there is always scope if you have a 10-year horizon that these things will do very, very well in the future.
True.
So these are the 4 sectors that come to my mind that people should target.
Great, Sumit. So if I'm an average investor, I'm not rolling in crores, just looking to park my savings somewhere safe. So how should I go about tweaking or building my FY26 portfolio?
See, a lot of investors and a lot of people I interact with also, when the markets kind of started going down, they stopped their SIPs, and SIP stoppage ratios across, mutual funds, ULIPs, has kind of, increased. So obviously that is something that investors should not do. See, when the markets are going down, actually you should keep investing. Why? Because you are accumulating units at a cheaper price, right? So ये मौका था कि आपको स्टॉप नहीं करना था, और आपने मोस्ट पीपल मेक दैट मिस्टेक दैट दे स्टॉप कि अरे मेरा पोर्टफोलियो नेगेटिव हो रहा है एंड आई डोंट वांट टू सी इट गोइंग नेगेटिव. इनफैक्ट यू शुड लेट इट गो नेगेटिव. सी, द मोर इट गोज डाउन, next month again your SIPs will kick in, go get invested, you will again buy units at a slightly lower rate. So see, because nobody can actually time the bottom of the market, right? Nobody could have predicted when it would recover. Now it has up to the last 2 odd months 6% up, 5,000 points. तो अगर आप करते रहते बॉटम में इन्वेस्ट, तो आपकी यूनिट चीपर प्राइस पे अक्यूमुलेट होती रहती, 10 साल में आपको उसका फायदा दिखता. तो ये एक लोग बहुत गलती करते हैं कि ये स्टॉप कर दे रहे हैं इन FY 25-26 की. डोंट स्टॉप इन्वेस्टिंग, जस्ट कंटिन्यू व्हाट यू आर डूइंग एंड ऑब्वियसली मेक इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजंस इफ योर इनकम हैज इंक्रीज्ड एंड यू आर प्लानिंग फॉर द फ्यूचर. तो अगर पैसे बढ़ रहे हैं, अप्रेजल सीजन इज हियर, तो आप अपनी SIP भी इंक्रीज करिए. आप एक कोई नया फंड ट्राई कर सकते हैं. लॉट ऑफ न्यू थिंग्स कमिंग इन ऑन सी कंजम्पशन लिंक सेक्टर्स, एज आई सेड, वुड डू वेल. कंजम्पशन लिंक फंड्स भी बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड यूलिप्स में आए हैं, तो आप वो टारगेट कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड फोकस ऑन, कि अपनी कंटिन्यूइंग जो SIPs है उनको कंटिन्यू करिए एंड नए प्लान करिए.
That is some solid advice, Sameep. So now let's shift gears a bit and talk about more unconventional or say emerging investment options, things like crypto. So what do you want to tell our viewers about it?
Crypto, personally, the average retail investor would not really understand. See, some of these crypto and all are slightly intangible assets. What is backing it, nobody can really figure out. So for a retail investor, I would not recommend it. Yes, some of the people have made a lot of money, but see, equity markets में market बढ़ता है, so there's a reason for it also, right? There's an underlying profit growth, right?
Yeah.
And the revenue is increasing. The company is building, right? That is why the share price kind of goes up. So there's some linkage to some fundamentals of the company. In crypto, that is not true. It is more demand driven, right? And more people want to buy it because there's a craze around it. So and personally, that is why for retail investors, I would not recommend, unless until you are very young and have some spare money, you can try it out, but otherwise I would not recommend it.
This is like most people say that every shiny thing comes with a handle with care tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are some of the big risks or red flags you would like to wave at our investors for this financial year?
See, the big risks that I would like to, for them to keep in mind is that, even though, as I mentioned, that the markets would go up, right? But mid and small cap valuations are slightly on the higher side. So large caps are a safer bet. If you are not most people that do invest generally have a slightly longer horizon, but they अगर आपको फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि पोर्टफोलियो नेगेटिव हो रहा है और 1-2 साल नेगेटिव रहे and you are okay with it, most people are not, तो आप mid small एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं. बट mid and small cap कंपनीज में वैल्यूएशंस थोड़े हाई हैं, तो आप लार्ज कैप्स पे ज़्यादा फोकस करिए. एंड अगर आपकी एग्जिस्टिंग मिड एंड स्मॉल कैप SIPs चल रही हैं, तो यू कैन एक्सप्लोर रिडीमिंग देम एंड मूविंग टू लार्ज कैप्स, because वहाँ पे अभी भी see the Sensex has kind of gone up, but the mid and small cap indices still are kind of very volatile and topsy-turvy. So that is a space I would recommend people not to enter currently and should switch to more safer large caps, which in fact the Nifty 50 also, Nifty next 50 जो top 50 के बाद वाले 50 stocks होते हैं, उसमें भी मैं बोलूँगा कि आप सोच के invest करिए. The Nifty 50, that is the top 50 stocks in the Indian stock market. Those are the ones that are the safest bet. ऐसे मार्केट में अगर किसी को इक्विटी में इन्वेस्ट करना है और काफी रिस्क अवर्स है, तो यही स्ट्रेट बेट होगी. और आप अगर आपको थोड़ा गारंटीड पोर्टफोलियो में इंटरेस्ट है, और काफी लोगों को रहता है, तो काफी सारे गारंटीड ऑप्शंस हैं, FDs हैं, गारंटीड इनकम प्लान्स हैं, जो आपको लॉन्ग टर्म रेट गारंटी देते हैं, तो वो भी आप एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि see, when the markets kind of tank, then you feel that a 6-7% rate of return, which is guaranteed for a very long period of time, is not so bad, right? एक बार जब वो पोर्टफोलियो नेगेटिव हो जाता है तब वो लगता है कि हाँ यार वो 7% का जो प्रोडक्ट देखा था, अगर आपने इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट देखा है तो वो भी है, एफडीज भी हैं जो टैक्सेबल होती हैं बट 7% देती हैं, तो वो आपको उतना बुरा नहीं लगता. So that is why that is also something that you should explore.
True, Smeet. And now comes the golden question, quite literally. Does gold still glitter in FY26 portfolio, or is it taking a back seat?
Gold has obviously done very, very well of late. I think it went up to 1 lakh, somewhere close to 1 lakh still, right? So see, gold is more, a hedge की तरह होता है. Basically, जब मार्केट्स वॉलेटाइल होते हैं, टॉपसी टर्वी होते हैं, कुछ जियोपॉलिटिकल टेंशन चल रही होती है, जैसे यू नो द रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर एंड सम अदर सिनेरियो दैट द पीपल ऑलरेडी नो अबाउट, तो उसमें लोग गोल्ड पे बेट करते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली व्हेन द इक्विटी मार्केट्स काइंड ऑफ गो डाउन, देन पीपल काइंड ऑफ हेज एंड इन्वेस्ट इन गोल्ड. इंडिया में क्या प्रॉब्लम होती है कि लोग फिजिकल गोल्ड खरीदते हैं. तो देखिए ऐसा नहीं कि फिजिकल गोल्ड की वैल्यू नहीं बढ़ेगी, बट it is like you don't really sell it, right? Unless until it is the last thing in the house to sell, right? That's the notional belief that people have. तो अगर आप investment के लिए gold लेना चाहते हैं, even though now the price has kind of increased substantially, I think 25-year CAGR of gold is around 13 to 14%. तो 13 से 14%. देखो गोल्ड ने भी अच्छा रिटर्न दिया है, तो ऐसा नहीं है, बट आप डिजिटल गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करिए, गोल्ड ETFs में इन्वेस्ट करिए, एंड फिजिकल गोल्ड दैट इंडियंस टेंड टू बाय, I would at least not recommend it, क्योंकि इसमें मेकिंग चार्जेस होते हैं. जब आप रिडेम्पशन करने जाएंगे, यू डोंट नो राइट आपने क्या खरीदा था, was it 24 कैरेट, नॉट 24 कैरेट, कुछ वैल्यू लॉस हो गया ओवर द ईयर्स. सो दैट इज वाई gold ETFs, digital gold is more safer, more tradable. So that is what I would recommend. Unless until obviously for emotional value, if you want to buy for Akshaya Tritiya, yes you can, but otherwise from an investment perspective, do digital or ETFs, gold ETFs.
Amazing insights, Sameep. You have basically turned market mumbo jumbo into understandable and actionable insights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us and keeping it real.
Thank you so much.
And to the ones listening, if this episode has helped you gain a little bit of confidence on your FY26 money moves, please show us some love. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep those investments smart, your coffee strong, and your financial future brighter than your phone screens at 2 a.m. Happy investing, folks, and stay informed.